Here's a fabulous flashback. Kathy, the lead singer wannabe. Think the Trips were fans? How did you spot all those insects before I did?
Oh hell, that's not evidence of anything except us tying one on, or in this case, off. Some chick was doing an impromptu Girls Gone Wild at this bar. Traded her a beer for the doodad. Hey, I wasn't looking at her face, but you want to arrange a topless lineup? We're there. I don't know anything about it, except that it ain't mine.
Pink fiber from our Vic's fingernails matches this bra. Links Anthony and/or Billy to the crime scene. So our Vic may have been in the Trip's crib when he touched this. Broke in to steal the laptop, got caught, but skipped. Then two of the brothers confronted him at work, bringing their own guns to exhibit.
Nothing serious for any of them that I know of. I mean, they're only 18. High school silliness. Not really taking the ladies seriously yet, if you know what I mean. Well, probably every boy the age of my boys were hot for that little slut. I never heard about any of them going out with her. Well, I certainly never saw Anthony or Billy or Keith with that tramp. I like to think we put the fun in dysfunctional, you know? Single mom in showbiz with 3 teenage boys. Yeah, how do you think that went? I knew them getting out on their own would be a good thing. They needed to get out from under my, famous shadow. Haven't spent lots of time together since, but hey, they know where to find Mom if they need Mom. But we were the frickin' Waltons compared to Eddie and his son. That creep Eddie. Playing drill instructor, ordering that poor, sweet kid around like his slave. Oh, that ruthless bastard would sell his own son out if it meant getting a hold of the rights to Bullet Train. Well, hell, maybe that's just what he did.
Ms. Cantanta is still a guest of ours, in jail awaiting trial. I know just where to find her.
I was wondering when I get to hang with my crime lab homies again. Finally figure out I'm not guilty? Drop by to spring me?
Not exactly. We're looking into another matter, and if you cooperate, we'll let your judge know.
About as well as you know 3 Chucky dolls on the shelf of a novelty shop. Something whacked about that terrible trio.
Ever party with them, or go on a date with any, or all of them?
Yeah, right. That's my idea of a big night out. Party with 3 identical weirdos. I'm not exactly a virgin, and maybe those 3 getting laid would make them less a freak show, but I'd rather spend another night in lockup with my new best friend, Darnella.
Good to know you have standards.
Ed Tillis? Well, one of him sure beats 3 wild ones. I mean, he knows how to make a girl hear music, and I'm not talking download. Only hooked up a couple times. But if you're offering a conjugal visit? No, not my size. I'm up a cup. Why? What's this about? Auditioning for the Jailhouse Follies?
Ed Jr.'s dead, shot and killed, and 2 of the Trips we think are implicated.
Ed? Oh, hell. Damn! That is a waist and a half! He was worth all 3 of those identical creeplets.
Already have. Anthony and Billy weren't seen by anybody at that arcade or the burger joint. We confirmed he was out on a date, but he probably won't get another night out with the young woman who says Eddie did nothing but bitch about his ex-wife. Direct link to the crime scene, and we're in the market for a second shooter. Let's see if their stories are identical, maybe so identical we can trip up the trips.
If I tell you what I know, you have to promise to let Keith off. This was strictly self-defense, I swear to you.
Keith stays put, and so do you and Billy, until we know exactly what went down at that shop.
Okay, alright, straight skinny, no fooling. Keith grabs the guns at our crib, says he's gonna have a little friendly talk with Little Ed at the shop. We tried to talk him out of it, but he wasn't buying, and it's like only a couple blocks away. So we get there maybe 9 p.m. Yeah, so anyway, we get there, and Keith and Little Ed are in each other's faces, you know? Little Ed dangling that pink bra at Keith, yanking his chain about how he, Ed Jr., could get any piece of tail in town, whereas we are 3-time losers. So I go over there, you know, and just grab that thing away from him, the bra. And then, way over the top, man, Little Ed, he yanks a gun from someplace and, you know, he just starts blasting away for no frickin' reason. And Little Ed yells at us to get our asses out, you know? And Keith, he scrambles for cover over by the door. We're outside in like a heartbeat, booking it back home, only we hear shots. But we just keep booking. I mean, come on, really, it was self-defense. Keith didn't go in that place wanting to kill Little Ed, or anybody. Maybe scare him a little after he broke in our place, right? And Little Ed pulls a freaking gun? I mean, what was the guy on, anyway? And hey, what else should Keith do but defend his own ass?
Not exactly a band of brothers.
Look, all 3 of us know our way around the iron. We all had small arms training. We all can take care of ourselves in a jam. And Keith was the one with the guns, right? How much use is an unarmed fool in a firefight? Nah, Little Ed was closing. Just him and us 3.
Evidence tells us 2 shooters in addition to Ed Jr. Ed's wounds indicate just one of you, Keith or anybody, couldn't have done the deed alone. Maybe you 3 musketeers did an all for one and one for all and stayed and helped Keith finish up.
No, you heard what we said, Billy and me. That was straight. Come on. Yeah, we didn't even have the guns. We were lucky to get out with our asses in one piece.
If Ed Jr. had a reason to break into your apartment and try to steal that laptop, we need to know what was on it.
Hey, no problem. We'll give you the key to the laptop case and you can knock yourself out. Scab? Huh? Guess there is. Don't know where I got it. Guy my age knocks around, you know?
Maybe this'll knock your memory loose. As triplets, the blood left at the scene matches all of you. Yet you, Billy, have the only visible cut.
Bill, remember when we were playing basketball with those guys over at the schoolyard? You got that there. Yeah. I must have got cut or scraped playing ball, you know, throwing the old elbow. Not at that shop. Hell no, not there.
Case was secure, documents encrypted. Someone didn't want anybody seeing this material. As a wise man said, show business is high school with money. With millions at stake, Eddie sends a childish hate mail to the trips. who threatened to go public with the police, which in turn justifies Eddie sending his son to snag the evidence on that laptop.
He threatened the triplets, and with huge financial gains at stake, he could have been using his son to get back at them. I'll call the judge.
Letter? I don't write letters. Next.
Email, then. You remember? The one threatening to bury the triplets?
Oh, that. That was nothing. Just talk. Hype.
Hateful hyperbole in an email, plus your son breaking and entering, adds up to you putting him on a collision course with those unstable triplets. Were you that desperate for those rights, to risk your own son's safety?
Those triplets are trash, but how was I to know they were dangerous? Sure, I want the rights to Bullet Train. I worked my ass off for those idiots for how many years? I was negotiating a better share from their father, Ray, before the train derailed in that electrocution, leaving me to lose my share to some lousy punk brats? Hell no, I don't think so. You bet I sent my son to delete those damn files. Was it a bad idea? Yes. Yes. Oh my God, yes. What are you implying?
Your computer sabotage mission didn't succeed, so maybe you kept your email word and convinced Ed to lure the triplets into a gunfight. And he ended up dying for your dreams.
You're not making sense. What good would having my son kill those triplets do, even in self-defense? Who would inherit? Their mother, right? And then I'd have to deal with her after my kid killed her kids. Wake up and smell the psychosis, Captain Brass. Yeah, Ed broke in for me. Yes, he hated those punks, but my son was not one to look for trouble. And gunplay? Not in his nature. Not in his sweet nature. They confronted him at work, remember? I was stupid involving Eddie Jr. You bet I was. But if you want to blame a parent in this, how about the mother who raised these monsters?
He's on his way to interrogation now.
What? Well, it's wrong, or you guys screwed up the lab work or something. What's the deal with you people? I admitted to this, on my own.
You say one thing, the evidence says something else. And the evidence never lies.
You need to cooperate, son. And if you think being 18 is gonna buy you leniency, you're just another guy in Vegas bucking long odds.
Look, my prints are on the guns, I had the guns in my possession, I admit shooting the son of a bitch. What more do you want out of me?
The truth?
Shoulder. I shot him in the shoulder. And I ran over and shot him in his damn heart.
Wrong. Window glass indicates the heart hit came first, which means you'd have moved in the opposite direction and managed to shoot again before he fell. Try again.
Maybe the evidence doesn't lie, but you're not listening to it right. I stand by my confession. So what? They were nowhere around that place. And hell, even if they had been, I still shot the guy. God, come on. What, do you think we go out together in identical outfits and pick up our spoons and forks at the same frickin' time? We are three brothers of age with our own individual lives and identities.
If you're innocent in this, time is running out. You're looking at murder charges if you don't come clean.
I came clean with you people a long time ago. You wouldn't know the truth if it bit you on the butt.
They're on their way to interrogation now.